Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So we knew how to create a data set, and we knew that creating a data set is quite complex than creating visualizations. Okay. Once the data set is ready, you must be able to deploy that, and using the data set, other guys should be able to create a lot of visualizations and reports. Once they create a visualization, they will be able to deploy it to where? They should be able to deploy it to the Power BI service. Now, in the Power BI service, we have a couple of options to discuss. These are not very, very important, but let us see what are the options we have. Analyze in Excel, create a report, delete a report, view inside, security. If you wanted to rename, you should be able to rename and download the .pbx file, manage permissions, view lineage. Lot of things are available if you wanted to work with the data sets. Okay, so let me quickly go to Power BI service. How to go to Power BI service? Open Chrome or Internet Explorer or Edge and app.powerbi.com. App.powerbi.com, where you should be able to go and open it. So you can use any one of the users, login. You should be able to have that and click on this. I think we have created a couple of reports with the help of user one, and we should be able to deploy it, right? So when you go and what is the workspace we have used it? So we have a lot of workspaces. Many people have deployed their workspaces. Many students are trying. Now I wanted to look for my workspace. What is the workspace name? The workspace name is Flipkart, right? So if you don't know what is a workspace, in the real time, you don't get these many workspaces. You will see one or two workspaces. Since it's a training, many people are trying, they will be able to, get lot of workspaces. And we have 55 days left. So, 55 days left. So I wanted to go to my workspace. Flipkart is a workspace. So I'll be able to go here. Now, when we go here, when we go to data sets, now data sets means purely data set. Content means you have the dashboards and the reports. All means what? So content means what? Content means a dashboard and the visualizations. Data sets means only data sets. All means what? All means it is nothing but content plus data sets all together, which is called as a all. Okay. So you will have, you know, dashboard and report, and this is a data set. So data set means only this, right? Content means these two. We need to understand what is a dashboard also, how to create a dashboard. And so that is the thing you need to understand. So now, if you wanted to see the access to this, who are all the people who are, given the permission? There is a, you need to select this, and you should be able to go to the settings. So you can understand these are the people, these are the guys who should be able to access this data set, and they will be able to create a, reports. Clear? So if you wanted to remove them, you can remove them. If you want to add them, you can add them. So you can go to workspace. So step number one, you have to log in. So how to log in? Step number two, you go to workspace. Step number three, you have to come here. And if you wanted to know who are the people who are accessing this means, you can simply click on access. Clear? You will come to know who are the guys who are accessing the data set. All these guys are, developers only. All these guys are developers only. Clear? And so this is where the issue. If you wanted to assign or if you wanted to remove, you should be able to do the things. Clear, guys? Now, the next one is we have created multiple things, multiple reports. On top of reports, we'll also create a dashboard. We'll discuss about what is a dashboard and everything. But as of now, concentrate on the data sets. Now, when you go to data set, you should be able to see refresh now. So manually we should be able to refresh, or we should be able to create a schedule. So whenever you refresh something, what happens? It is going to be going to the data set and going to be bringing a, a fresh data. So either we are going to be manually refreshing, or we should be able to, have a scheduled refresh. Okay. So if you don't have any refresh, means the data is read-only data. Nobody is changing any data there. Okay. Nobody is modifying any data there. So if that is the case, you need not refresh anything. Clear? But if the data is being changed on the data source level, you should be able to create a data, schedule refresh. If you wanted to do the data set refreshments, that is where we have to create a gateways. Okay. So the next topic would be, you have to know how to, configure the gateways. It is very, very important topic. All interviews, they're going to be asking gateways to schedule refresh. Why refreshing is important? When you refresh it, you will be able to get the fresh data. For example, I have A is a 10, B is a 20. I got some data here. Later, A has become 11 and B has become 22. If I don't refresh, you will be able to see the old data in your visualizations, right? So when the source data is getting modified, you need to refresh. To refresh the data, you can have a schedule. Every day morning, 6 o'clock, it has to be refreshed, or every 1 hour it has to refresh, or every 5 hours, or every Sunday it has to refresh. You can give a scheduled refresh. So if you wanted to refresh, we are going to be using what is called as gateways. So we need to know how to configure gateways. So that is the important topic that will have it. Not very complex. It is very, very important. So configuring gateways is very, very important to refresh something. Clear, guys? So that we'll see later. So that is the one thing you should know. So it is, refresh now. This is what is called schedule refresh. Now, when you click on dot, 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 you have a couple of options. I wanted to analyze this data set in my Excel. Now you have to click on analyze in Excel. So open this. So it first time it is going to be installing something. You need to download, and you should be able to download the data into the Excel file. We should be able to go here and get the data, and you should be able to analyze the data in your Excel files if you want to analyze. So I don't want to do any analysis in the Excel now. So everything we can do it here itself. So that is the one. And apart from that, you can also create a report. So normally we go here, we can create a report here itself, right? So this is a Power BI desktop where you can create a reports, right? So we have to know gateways. The second one is I'm talking about creating a report where. To create a report, we have two things. One is called, we can use PBI desktop. It is a desktop software. So where you should be able to create a report. We can also create a report in Power BI service. Clear? With the help of a Power BI service also. This is a cloud-based technology, right? If I wanted to create a report, you should be able to go and click on this. This is my data set. Now you should be able to create something. Now you see, whatever you're able to see it here in the Power BI desktop, the same options are available in your where I am. Now I am in the Chrome. This is my Chrome app.powerbi.com. So where you should be able to create a new reports. So automatically everything is going to be deployed. Clear? You should be able to drag and drop something. This is a data set. I would like to create some card visualization. Double click on this. Now you go, whatever you wanted to have it. I wanted to have a sales amount, or tax amount, or whatever you would like to have it. You should be able to have and create one page name and save the file. Okay, you can have file save. So this report is going to be created. Enter the name of the report. I'll say the name of the report is new sales report, something like this, for 2021, something like this. we can create a save report. It is going to be created. Clear? So like that, you should be able to create a report also. So again, if I wanted to go to my Flipkart, I can go to Flipkart. So we have created one new sales report. So that is created and it is available there. So again, go back to Flipkart. So like that, using this, you should be able to create a report here. Actually, so this is where earlier. So in Jan 2015, Microsoft has released Power BI service where you can create a report. Later, in October 2015, this has got released. So Power BI desktop got released, later. The first is Power BI service where you should be able to create a report and everything. Later, they have released one more software called Power BI desktop in October 2015, and this will be released every month a fresh version. Okay, every month you will be able to find a fresh version. So you will not be able to have a Power BI desktop version number. You have a version for .NET, .NET 4.5, .NET 10, Java 13, and SQL Server 2019. You will have a version numbers. But Power BI desktop doesn't have a version number because every month you will the Power BI desktop will get updated. So earlier people were creating the reports in Power BI service itself with the help of a data set. Only create a data set here and you should be able to create a report. When you go and open this, you should be able to get this and create whatever you're seeing it in the desktop. The same options are available. Let me go to the Flipkart and go here. So that is the next option I'm talking about. Now, if you want to delete something, you should be able to delete. Now, the next option is get a quick insights. Okay, insights means, so data set means what? Data set is going to be having, so data set is going to be having what? Data set is going to be having dimension tables and factor tables, and it is going to be having a lot of relationships. When you say get a quick insight means using a dimension tables and fact tables, it is going to create a lot of visualizations on its own. Okay, it is going to be creating a lot of visualizations on its own by merging a dimension table and a factor table, creating a beautiful visualization, and it is showing the data. It is what is called get quick insights. So why should we give Power BI to create visualization? We will create visualization. We never use this option, but if you click on this, it is going to be taking all dimension tables and fog tables, all combination that is going to be giving, because dimension and the fact, that is what you're going to be having in data set. It is going to be creating a lot of visualizations on its own. So many times it will give you wrong outputs. So, but if you wanted to try these ones, you should be able to try these ones. Let me go, click on get quick insights. Okay. It is going to be taking my Flipkart sales data set, and I have sales table, customer table, products table, fact sales table there. Using that, it is going to be creating a lot of visualizations. So it is not something new. If you wanted to view, you should be able to view. So it is going to be giving a lot of visualizations based on line chart, this, that chart. So you should be able to get it. It'll take some time to open that. Please wait. So that is what is called, showing insights. Let us wait. A lot of visualizations based on the dimension table and factor table. It is going to show you. Now, what is happened? Let me go click on dot dot dot. So get quick insights. So view insights. Insights are ready. Now you see, it is going to show you a lot of visualizations. It is telling me count of a product subcategory. It is counting. Why do you need this? Counting some categories. It is telling me yearly income. So yearly trending income. So there is income. I don't see much more, important visualizations. Yearly income for the, customers. So it is telling me that some customers' income is increasing. Why should I worry about customers' income? I am talking about the customer sales. So customer is having some salaries and income. So that is visualization. Sales amount and freight and correlated product key and other countries, blah, blah, blah. So lot of things we don't understand much clearly. And tax amount and count of product names. There is no uh, importance. Why count of product names and tax amount? So not at all important. It will create some multiple combinations. It will give you, and California has noticeably more cities. So it is having, uh, uh, you know, in terms of, the number of sales wise, it is going to give you, count of cities, counting number of cities and giving you more, cities are available within this. It is giving you like that. Okay. So like that, it is going to give you a lot of visualizations. These visualizations are not at all useful for us. Okay. So now come down. Then United States accounts for the majority of demography. Okay. So where the sales is more is United States. That is what it's telling. Count of product name is not needed. DIM products for fiscal year shows several trends. So count of it is simply counting something. So a tax amount is a trending. Yeah, it is quite good because the tax amount people are paying year by year, it is more and more. And dim customer unit price for the customers when the group would pay blah blah blah. So it is not very interesting point for me to see. But some quick insight created, taken the dimension table, taken the fact table, and creating blah blah blah. Okay. So and United States has noticeably more states. So all of them components. So a lot of things are not very total product cost as outliers. Many things will not be very good. It is not trendy, but at least you can understand some of them. If it is useful, you can use them. Otherwise, you should be able to delete them. So this is not very clean, very neat data. So you should be able to create your own visualization rather than ask Power BI to create visualizations, right? So there is relatively even blah 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 is giving you some data like this. Clear? So this is what is this one. Again, you wanted to go back to Flipkart, you can go back. Now again data set. Now we'll go and security. There is a special concept that we are going to be discussing. That is what is called gateways. And we never create reports, but if you want to create, you should be able to create, or you can also edit. If you want to edit, you can go to Power BI desktop and edit. You can go to Power BI service also. You should be able to edit the report. So that is the thing. The next option is a security. You have to know clearly. In the security, we are going to be talking about row level security. So that I'm going to be discussing. So as part of security, we'll discuss about that. As of now, see, row level security. That is what is important topic that we'll discuss. Go back and you click on security, then rename. If you wanted to rename this, you should be able to rename. So that is very simple option so that you can rename. And the settings. If you go to settings, you have a lot of other options, right? So this is where you can configure the date gateways. So if you wanted to configure gateways, where you need to go? You need to go to the workspace. Okay, you need to go to workspace. Then you need to go to data set. Now after that, click on dot dot dot. Click on dot dot dot. Then you will be able to get settings. Okay, you have to go to settings where you should be able to configure your gateways there. Clear? So first you need to go to where? Go to workspace. Now what is my workspace? My workspace is this. Now after that you need to go to dot dot dot, go to settings where you should be able to configure gateways, parameters, schedule refresh. Lot of things we should be able to have it. Okay, schedule refresh also if you want to have it. So gateways for schedule refresh only. Gateways and refresh, all of them can be configured in the same place. Okay. Schedule refresh, Q&A, and lot of other request access, large data set storage, data set image, lot of other formalities that we're going to be discussing as part of the settings pane. Clear? So then we'll again go back to this Flipkart. Now let me go back to the settings. So this is also very, very important and interesting stuff. For example, you have joined in the company and you wanted to create a report. You have created a report, or you have created a data set and deployed, and you resigned. You have resigned from the company, you have gone, you have hand over the laptop, you went, you left the company already. Now I join. When I join as a fresh developer, will I get your data set, your laptop, your data set, and the visualization? Nothing will be available, right? But how do you work with the existing data set? So I have to connect. So my user ID is user ID 2, and I will be connecting, and I will be able to download my your PBIX file to my local computer. So click on this. Now tomorrow I join the company. I would like to create two more reports, or I would like to add a table to the existing data set. How do I do that? So I'm a new developer. I have to get the existing PBIX file. If I wanted to get existing PBX file, where is the file available? Because laptop is already submitted to the company, the developer is already resigned and gone, but he would have, deployed the complete data set and everything, so that I can download. So I'm able to download. Where is it available? When you download it, you can go and you should be able to find out this. Clear? So you should be able to double click on this, and you can work with this data set and add some more tables. Add some more tables, and you can redeploy this data set to new workspace, or you can also redeploy to existing workspace. Clear? So very, very interesting. So people would ask you, you are the new guy joined in the company, you don't have any data set, but how do you get existing data sets, and how do you work on the existing reports and visualization? Means you have to say, I have to get the access first to go into Power BI service. Now I can go to the data set and I can download, and this is the data set. Now tomorrow I wanted to include some more tables, I can simply go and include, then I will publish. So I'm the new developer. So that is very, very interesting and important thing that you should know. You can go and download the data set. Okay, download the data set. Manage permissions. So manage permissions means this is the one. So how to give the permissions, and what are the things that we can do it. So this is who can access. So the same thing is available here itself. When you go to Flipkart, so this is what is called same option, access. This is what is called manage permissions, giving the permissions. You can do it here. You can add a new number to give it here, or we can go click on this manage permissions. Clear? You should be able to see the permissions and everything there. And let me go to Flipkart, and you have one more option, view, lineage. Lineage means you should be able to see like this. Okay, you have a data set. On top of the data set, you have this is the server. From there, you're able to get the data. From there, we have created reports. Using these two things, I have created a dashboard. Clear? So I told you, how do you create a dashboard? First is the data set. Okay, on the data set, what way? This is the data set. So data set, we're going to be getting the data from here. Then this is what is called a report. This is a data set. Data set, get the data, create a data set. The next one is creating a report. Next one is creating a report. The next option is creating a dashboard. Okay, so creating a dashboard. So always, if you wanted to create a dashboard, you have to have a report. If you wanted to create a report, you have to have the data set. If you wanted to have the data set, you need to have the data source. This is a data source, and using data source, you create a data set. Okay, data set where you have applied Power Query and DAX, blah blah blah. All the steps have been applied. Then you create a visualization, and you should be able to do that dashboard. We'll discuss about the dashboards and everything later. So let me go back, and when I click on view lineage, it is going to be showing everything like this. Clear, guys? So we will be discussing about the next topic would be how to create a dashboard. So how to create a dashboard, we'll discuss. So this is where you can see the data set. This is where we can see the reports and the dashboards. Now this is everything, right? If you wanted to work with the dashboard, where to go, where to create. Now that is the, this is the place where you should be able to create a dashboard. You should be able to create a dashboard. We will discuss about data set. If you wanted to upload any data set here on any RDL file, you should be able to upload a RDL file also here. So that is available. So as part of this one. So a lot of couple of options here as well. Creating a report. So building a page needed report. Page needed means it is a page wise report. So not in the visualization. For example, monthly credit card bills or monthly postpaid phone bills or monthly any bills will not have any visualizations. Bill will have paginated reports. That means more textual data. If you wanted to create a page by page report, more textual data, I don't need any visualization. We are going to be using this kind of a reports. Clear? So report means actually most of the time we are going to be visualizing the data, right? Visualize, more visualization will come here. So here more tables, not a visualization. So what is the thing we're going to be using? A table level data will show, because monthly bills will have a table data, right? So credit card swiping transactions bills, or banking transactions, they'll send you a table level data. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, or postpaid phone bills, all are called paginated reports, where visualizations are not required. So that kind of reports also you can create. But SSRS is good for more, you know, paginated reports, not the, Power BI. Power BI, most of the time we will visualize the data. So here it is showing you a page kind of a symbol, right? Here it is showing you a visualization symbol, right? So that is what is important. Now, if you want to create a data set, you can create a dashboard, you can also create a dashboard. And data flow, you have one more option. What is the data flow here? Data flow means it is nothing but your Power Query. So we are talking, we can create a Power BI service. We can also create report, right? So within that, within the Power BI service, you have one more option called data flow. Data flow is nothing but your Power BI desktop Power Query. Now, Power BI desktop has three options. What is that? Power Query, right? And we have a Power Pivot. Next one is a Power View. Power View, right? So, if you wanted to perform, what we do? We extract the data, we clean the data, we extract, we clean the data, and we apply some transformation. Lot of things can be done with the help of a Power Query. The same option is available in your Power BI service. You can also create a report with the help of a Power BI service. But remember, so if you wanted to perform something, getting the data, from where you can get the data, it can give you from where you can get the data, add new tables, add linked servers, import a model, create and attach whatever you would like to get. Starting the creating your own data flow means getting the data and doing lot of transformations, right? Lot of transformation, add new tables, from where you should be able to get the data. So it is giving you a lot of options. In Power Query, we have these options, right? So we have all these options, Excel, and the same way you should be able to go and Excel workbook folder, JSON, PDF, XML, from where you should be able to get the data file or a database, Power Platform, Azure, online services, from where you should be able to get the data. All categories are available. So here also we have a lot of categories, right? So where you should be able to get the data. You can go to transform tab. So I am in where now? I am in Power Query. I am in Power Query. I should be able to go to more. If I go to more, I will be able to get lot of file. So there is a file here. Have you seen this? There is a file. After that, there is a database. Then when you see, there is a database. Have you seen this database? Database is here. Now Power Platform Azure. So same things are available here. Power Platform Azure, same things are available here. you can get the data, Excel data. Where is the file? So let me go to the path. You should be able to get the browser on OneDrive if you have. Otherwise, you should be able to get this. You need to configure the data gateways and everything and get the data. You can also get the data and keep it here. So that is what is called a data flow. We never do this, but if you wanted to do it in the Power BI service, you can create a report. But if you wanted to create a report, first step, you get the data. So get the data, clean the data means extracting all the ETL operations are going to be done, extracting the data, transforming the data, loading the data. So that can be done in the data flow. So that is what is the thing. Let me go to the Flipkart. Close this. Now like that, add linked tables. So Power BI data flows, all these things we can implement. So it is telling me clearly Power Query. Have you seen this? It is simply knows a Power Query. You should be able to get all related tables and everything. Import model. If you have any other model that you should be able to import, if you have any model that you can import. So create and attach. If you want to create something and you should be able to create and attach, this is going to be taking some JSON files. So where the models are available. So we never use them, but normally we prepare, clean, transform data. You can understand. Prepare, clean, transform where? ETL. ETL means what? Power Query. So we never use this much, but if you want to use it, you can go for the couple of options. Then you can also upload a file, upload a content to this also. You can should be able to get some Excel files. You should be able to store them here. So that is also available. You can also get some files and store them. So when you say upload file, local files you can get it. So where it is going to be storing? It is going to be storing in the Azure space. Azure is having a data lake. So we have some data. Where is the, for example, I have employee.txt file. Where is the data? Which is a local file. But now I'm talking about Power BI service. What is this Power BI service? It is a server. Which server? It is an online server. It is a server somewhere. So what do you mean by online server? Given by whom? Azure. So all the files which are there in my computer, I should be able to place them where in this drive. So this is what is called storing the data. Local file, you can move to Azure data lake. Okay. So data lake is a repository where the local files are going to be stored in the Azure. So this is a online folder. So online folder means anybody can access. Simply OneDrive. See, I can give you a lot of videos in OneDrive, right? What is OneDrive? OneDrive is not available in my machine. So all the files, all the documents, all the videos, I'm sharing it to you. I'm uploading them here. So this is not in the local computer. So from my local computer, I'm able to upload it to this one. This is a Azure. OneDrive is also Azure data lake. So you can store any kind of a data, right? So it is going to be storing in Azure data lake. So local files you can get it. So what kind of files you can get? Any Excel file, any text files, any files or any other video files, audio files, anything you can store. So that if I shut down my laptop, I have the files in the Azure itself. Azure means online server, rental server, where I am also keeping this data. Because tomorrow, if my laptop is gone, means these local files are gone. Because nowhere. If it is online, means even though my laptop is gone, I can go to somewhere, open app.powerbi.com. I'm able to get all the Power BI data sets and everything. Plus these files also will get saved. Where? In the Azure. Azure means online. Azure cloud computing means Azure rental service where we should be able to store. Where exactly? Azure data lake. So that is where it is going to be in storing. So that is what is this one. If you can get the data and store the data here itself. Local file, OneDrive, SharePoint, wherever you have the data, get the data and store it to where? Online. Store the online means, so even though tomorrow I lose this file in my local computer, so it is now available in Power BI service. Like that, lot of couple of options are available. We never use them, but if you wanted to use it, you should be able to use it. Not very difficult to understand. Clear? So we discussed about data sets. When you go you have couple of options we discussed. Then now we're discussing about when you go to Flipkart, when you go to here, there is a new, right? So how to create a report, page-related reports, dashboards. We'll discuss. Next topic is dashboard only. How to create a dashboards. The next one, data set. We know how to create. Data flow means it is ETL, nothing but power, transformations and everything we can do. Streaming data set. So streaming means, continuously you are getting data. For example, Sensex data, share market data, weather forecasting data. It is not historical data. Streaming every minute it has to change. If you, it is what is called as a real-time data. Every minute the temperature will change. Every minute the share market data will change. Every minute, so some data is going to change. You want to do show this kind of a data means we are going to be connecting to a web and getting the data, display the data in your reports. So we never use much, but you should be able to get it. Clear? We can also upload, get all the files and store them. So these are the things we'll discuss. The next topic would be very interesting topic and important topic, how to use, how to create dashboards, and after that how to configure gateways, how to schedule a refresh, and how to apply row level security. All these things we're going to be discussing one by one. Clear? And one more change that you have to know, guys. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you don't have any class, and tomorrow, day after tomorrow means I'm talking about fifth and sixth, you don't have any class. The next class will be on 7th, but the timings will be morning 6:30. Okay. Same meeting ID will be used. So it will be at morning 6:30. So another, 3 to 4 classes are there, right? So you have to continue with the same meeting ID. So tomorrow no class, day after tomorrow no class for you. And 5 and 6. 7th, we are going to be connecting, but not at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, I'm going to be starting a new batch. So after 2 days, we're going to be starting morning 6:30 a.m. and remaining topics. Remaining topic is, starting with dashboard creation. Okay. Create a dashboard. So this topic will happen in the morning. So after creating a dashboard, then after that we configuring gateways, then other stuff, pro level security. These are the things, the three topics, these are important that will complete. Creating a dashboard, creating a gateways, and after that, refresh, schedule refresh. These are the three topics that is left that we're going to be completing for 3 days. Okay. Dashboard creation will be one day to 2 days of time it will take. Gateways is 1 day. Refreshing option also 1 or 2 days it will take. We'll complete. So after that, we'll start with the DAX and everything because the Power BI service will get over, right? Right? We can have the remaining thing, DAX and everything will happen. So here itself. Then we're here itself, cube, we'll have it for 2 days in the same timing or 2 to 3 days. Then we'll start with the DAX and everything. Clear, guys? So already some people have completed DAX, right? For them only, these are creating a dashboard, creating a gateways, refresh, and row level security. Row level security, row level security. These are the four topics will be covered. Then cube, and then we'll go for the DAX. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, no classes. And then we'll start with creating a dashboard on when it will be on Thursday, guys. Okay. So tell your friends and we'll continue further. Okay. So these are the four topics left that will complete as part of our Power BI service. Dashboard, gateways, refresh schedule, and row level security. Clear? Then cube. And then we'll start with the DAX in the morning 6:30 itself. So thank you so much with the same meeting ID, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me.